So I'm Stacie White. I work for Pine Tree ISD. I teach in the junior high arena, so that's 7th and 8th graders. I teach Spanish 1, and I also teach a career explorations course, which is called Project Success.
Okay, well, welcome to the show, Stacie.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. All right, Heather.
I'm Stacie's plus one. I'm Heather Brantley. I am also HeatherTechEdu, and I am a passionate lifetime learner. I am currently at Pine Tree ISD. I work in CTE as well, doing web communication. So all things communications, teaching students how to take the tools that are available for them to grow in all aspects of their life, but also to explore those career choices in ways that they can contribute. And I'm also on the founding group of Mundo.
Okay, talk to us a little bit about Mundo. Who is this dude right here?
Okay, so Mundo was a passion and dream that I had. In my classroom, one of the big things that we look at doing anything web, anything online, especially in the AI area, we are always looking at how we can do things safely with kids. So as all the AI platforms came out, everything has an age restriction of 13, which kind of makes me go, why? So we start looking at it, we start researching and looking at, okay, these kids are giving out personal information that is linked to them in their personal accounts, and that's not safe and that's not okay to do in the classroom. So my dream and desire was to find a safe place that kids can go look at things like ChatGPT and those search engines to learn how to polish up their work and get ideas and be inspired with AI and see how the right prompt gives you the right answer.
Okay.
So it's like really digging deep into giving guidance to the students on how to use AI correctly and for good. So using tech for good was the whole intent on that. So Digital Citizenship Institute, we had some great conversations and we got a team together and we created Mundo. So Mundo is Spanish for
the world.
The world. So it's about learning about the world with the world in a safe environment. Do you see all of us doing this together?
Yes. Big shout out to Mary Alice.
Mary Alice is wonderful. Jamie has been helping with this. Eugenia. Yes. So we have a great group of people who have that passion of how can we give kids a safe place to learn? And that's what we're doing. So with the Digital Citizenship Institute, you can now find Mundo on their website. HeatherTechEdu also has a link that says Learn with Mundo for you to join in and look at that. So what we're trying to do is give that safe place for teachers to guide students. So if you've been around and you know anything about HeatherTechEdu, my hashtag is guide them, not block them. So, yeah.
I like that. That's hot.
So what we need to do as educators and as parents, as people who are working in the community with students, is we need to find a way to guide kids how to safely use the tools that are now coming out, the new hot ChatGPT. Okay, what is it about? It's not a cheating tool, but if you allow the kids to introduce it, that's what they're going to introduce it as. So instead, let's take the responsibility. Let's go ahead and put that out there to where, hey, it can do that, but look at all the other things it can do. So we have been playing with it. We used for Global Maker Day like 2 weeks ago with Jamie. It was great. We had it in my classroom. Stacie's class did some awesome things with Global Maker Day. But we were trying to guide kids and how can we use AI to be creative? And there's so many ways that I think if they were guided into it correctly, that they can utilize their tools in every aspect of their future.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Big shout out to you guys and the Digital Citizenship Institute and everyone involved in that for doing that. That's awesome. Now, before I start getting into the questions, I did this the last 2 recordings. I completely forgot. You are officially on the EdTech Bites podcast.
Oh.
We break bread here.
Okay.
So, Stacie, you
right.
get a bag. Heather, you get a bag. So I woke up extra early, got ready, and I'm going to put these off to the side. And we literally break bread together. So you're on the show. You are a guest. So feel free to take an inaugural bite if you want to. And Stacie, we'll start with you. You are, I'm sorry, you were about to grab your...
It's okay. We're good. I can hold on.
You're in the CTE and Spanish?
Yes.
I've never heard of somebody being both worlds.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Yes.
It's like this unique kind of pairing of you have this skill set, we need this skill set, look at what we can do.
Yeah, it's like peanut butter and tuna.
I know. Yeah, it doesn't go together.
They don't go together.
No,
On their
doesn't.
own, they're delicious, they're great.
Right.
But I've never heard the two combined like that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And what discipline of CTE are you in?
So mine is kind of the most basic of all the CTE classes because I am just trying to get the kids exposed to as many different career fields as possible. So we work a lot with the 16 career clusters that the Department of Education put out, and we kind of dig deep into those. In my particular class, we have a year-long project that we do where the kids are diving into the 7 habits of highly effective teens. They're picking a career field just to study, and then they're doing this project which incorporates every single one of the habits as well as the other aspects of their individual career field that they picked. So at the end of the year, they have kind of this document that has how they're going to use each of the habits in the career field or as they get older, how they're going to budget for that proposed income, what their interview processes are going to be like. And then at the end, they interview in front of a panel of judges and they defend their portfolio essentially. And the ones who do the best make it to the top, and they earn $500 worth of a prize that's individualized to them. So whatever would help them boost to their career field. So last year we had a few different winners. One of them, she wants to be in fashion design. So she got a full-bodied mannequin, a sewing machine, and also
Wow.
kind of a tablet thing where she can draw on it and it connects to her computer and she designs her clothes like that.
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was really, really fantastic to see the kids really kind of get super involved in that and get excited about it.
You know, there's one word that comes to mind when you were talking about this and the prize as well. Relevance.
Yes.
This is 100%
Absolutely.
relevant to the kid.
Absolutely. And it gets them super excited. So as 7th and 8th graders, when they're moving off to high school, they have more of a direction to go in. And they have more of an opportunity to kind of, hey, I've never thought about this before. Exactly how am I going to do this? Let's be intentional about what we take in high school. Let's be intentional about how we treat people. Let's look at all of the CEOs around the country, around the world, and decide what are their main characters that all of them have. Right, the wealthiest people in the world, how did they get that? Do they have college educations? Do they have, what kind of work ethic do they have? What things have they put into practice to make them so successful? So we kind of look at all of that. And then I have a ton of guest speakers that come in from all different disciplines and all different walks of life. I have everybody from a construction owner who dropped out at 15, and I have all the way up to doctoral degrees who are incredibly, incredibly intelligent. But we'll tell you right off the bat that it's not their intelligence that got them there, it's their work ethic.
That's brilliant, especially for this generation of
Right.
students.
Right.
Yeah, and the example that you kind of spoke about with that 15-year-old dropout is kind of don't need to go to. There's not as much of a need to go to college nowadays as there was before.
Right.
Before it was you graduate high school, you go to college,
Exactly.
you find a spouse, you get married, you have kids, and you buy a house.
Right.
The cookie cutter path.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. With the
Right.
white picket fence and the
Right.
Labrador Retriever. Now it's, if you want something that you can get a certification
Right.
in high school,
Right.
or a 6-month or 18-month career path after, you're kind of golden.
And you're not in debt for the
Yes.
next 30 years, which is
Yes.
huge because, I mean, we're still paying off our college loans. And that's just, it's rough.
I didn't want to get sad at this time
Yeah.
in the morning on a Saturday, but yes, we are still paying that stuff off.
It's so
It hurts.
rough, and it's awful to think that I would be encouraging that kind of debt and that kind of weight
Yeah.
on 18-year-old kids, you know, who are just who think that that's the only way to go, and it's not the only way to go. It is a way to go,
Yeah.
and it is a good way. We need doctors, we need engineers. We
I don't
need
want
all
a
of these
doctor who
people.
didn't go to college.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. We need all of these people, but you don't have to do that to be successful.
Yeah.
You should do that because that's what you want to do, and that's what your passion is. But if that's not what your passion is, then don't go after it, right? Go after what you're passionate about.
That is quite possibly one of the strongest statements I've heard in quite some time. Wow.
I know, and to be blessed to be able to work at a district that we're at, Pine Tree ISD, we're in Longview, East Texas, and they have supported our vision and our dream of ways that we could reach kids. So they have been excellent about letting us bring the community into our classroom in that safe learning environment and exposing them to all the possibilities. It's not about sitting in a brick building and only the paper pencil in front of you. There's a whole world out there, and you belong with the world.
Yeah.
So it has just been great for me to get to know Stacie and to see all the programs that our school is offering. And so many other schools I know are doing these same great things. And if they're not, we're very willing to put them in contact with someone to get that started, because I think you need to look at the fact that we need all of those career trades done in our community for us to live effectively in our community.
You have to be
Right.
self-sufficient in that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
When my sink leaks, I need a plumber.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, when my
And I
car
don't
breaks
care
down,
if you
I
went
need
to
a
college.
mechanic.
Yeah. I don't
Right.
care if you.
if you're an expert in that area,
I'm good with it. Yeah. Like,
But if I need my gallbladder taken out,
exactly.
yeah, if they start coming up, it's like, dude, it's right here. It's not on my foot.
yeah, for
Move that
sure.
up. Yeah. Yeah. That's you guys are bringing up some very good points. And CTE, it really has blown up the past
Yes.
Yes. It has.
5-7 years. It's unreal.
There is such a need for, like you said, not everybody goes to college. There's
No.
such a need for us to look at how are we giving these kids the exposure to these different trades without them going out there and finding a job and going, oh, I wasn't successful at that. I didn't
Right.
like that. So then
Right.
their resume doesn't look so concrete.
They have gaps, or they have places that they've only been in for X amount of months because they weren't happy.
They're looking for where their niche in life is and where they belong. So this actually gives that opportunity. We start at the junior high level, looking at all the different career possibilities and looking at their interests and their strengths and their weaknesses. So it's something that I believe all schools should have, and I'm hoping that all schools are moving toward that here in Texas.
I think also it's about giving back to the community. And most schools we do fundraisers all the time, and we go to nursing homes, and we do all of these things as a school district. Most districts do those things, but it's encouraging that and showing the kids the need for that when they're not required.
Yeah.
When your group's not going, you can still go to the soup kitchens. When your group's not going, you can still go help out and pick up trash. Like, you can encourage your kids to do that. You can make it a family thing, or you can just do it on your own. Like, there's so many different ways to give back to the community, and that's really, really important when you look at the success of those really, really, like the CEOs and the people who are in charge. Most of those people are going to be the ones that give back the most, because at that point, it's feeding the people who are around you. And that's one of the most important things that we can impart to the kids.
Yeah.
Not only to have passion in what you're doing, but to find passion in helping others.
There's a couple things I'm thinking about as you were saying that. In my particular district, if you attend one of the high schools and you're in the CTE program for something that they don't have on site, we actually have facilities for the automotive, for some of the construction, some of the other CTE outlets. So our kids get bused for 2 class periods every day. And if I had that in high school, I probably wouldn't be here. I don't know. Maybe I would have, but there's a possibility that, if we don't expose our kids to everything that there is out there and all the different possibilities for a career choice, they won't find it.
Right.
Yeah. Did you have this growing up, CTE?
Oh, no.
No.
We had, in my high school in Louisiana, shout out to Airline. What? So we had we had two options for CTE. You had HVAC or you had cosmetology, and they bused us off to a Votech over in Shreveport.
Okay.
But the bus had no air conditioning.
In Louisiana?
In Louisiana.
Oh,
so
gosh.
there was very few people that took them up on that, because then you come back to campus and you're like, your hair's sticking to you, and
I hate when that happens.
You're in cosmetology? What?
Yeah, no. So we didn't have a lot of takers in that program, but
I can imagine.
yeah, I think it's all changing now, because we're all recognizing the importance of CTE and the importance of exposing the kids early on to all of the different options that there are.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've realized from working outside of the school with crisis pregnancies and crisis centers for youth and teens, a lot of these kids are coming from a cycle, and they continue the cycle because they don't feel like they have an option to be something different, to do something different. And the CTE program gives them, in that 4 years of high school, an opportunity to get a trade to break the cycles that they are living in. So we are giving them tools of success and showing them that they can be anything that they want to be, that their history, their path doesn't define them.
Yes.
And I think that, a lot of times the cycle continues because they didn't ever see a way out. So CTE is offering that way for them to, if you're ready to leave home and you're ready to go out into the workforce, we're going to give you the tools and the things that you need to be successful. And if they're enjoying what they're doing, if it's one of their passions, that even drives them a little bit more.
Yeah.
So for like you, the food tours and stuff, that is a passion, and you do such a great job with it. I was like, food tours with tech? Yeah, for real. So I was like, how does that have to do with the tech conference? And then I realized what it was. It's like you said, it's the breaking the bread, the building those relationships. So I'm just so thrilled that I got to meet you. And of course, our wonderful friends, Jamie and Mary Alice, just
the whole crew.
The whole crew.
Mundo was...
Mundo was not official. Like, Mundo was a dream.
Which food tour? Did you do the TCEA one or the ISD?
Both.
You did both.
You don't remember me there?
No, they both kind of are blurred.
I know.
But
well,
Mary Alice
cold. Yes.
had a doll with her.
Okay.
It wasn't Mundo?
That was Ellie.
Ellie, there
Ellie,
you go.
the elephant.
From
yes.
New Zealand or Australia? Or?
Yes. So Ellie, so Ellie kind of gave us the idea with stuffed Mundo. Because it gives you that physical, like, hey, why do you have that? It's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want their picture with Mundo? I mean, he's
do.
the cutest little guy. So learning about the world with the world, it's a conversation starter, because a lot of times people may not approach you and go, hey, what are you talking about today? But they'll be like, hey, why do you have a stuffed earth? What does that have to do with being here today? And I can tell you, like, for my students, whenever they got to actually touch Mundo, it brought Mundo to life. So it's kind of the same thing with Ellie. But yes, Ellie was at the food tour.
Yes, she was. Okay, now, when you first brought Mundo, I thought it was Ellie. But, so it's something different.
No, this is Mary Alice being wonderful and helping us come up with a vision of how can we share Mundo with the world.
Well, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Mundo in the world.
Yeah,
yes.
Mundo in the world.
And fun fact, my father's name, may he rest in peace, Edmundo.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's even more special.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I think you should have a donut. Yes. And while you guys are doing that, I'll talk.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you, Heather, you were at both food tours, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. But CTE, there's the culinary side of CTE.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
There's a culinary side to CTE. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
With that being said,
and our culinary our culinary is the best.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Awesome.
They have a little cafe.
I was
going to
load a gunshot sound for shots fired, because that would have been perfect. Because some of the schools I work at will say that their culinary is, and the best part is they all know me. So they'll be like, hey, we're doing tiramisu. Can you be one of our judges?
Oh, man. Such a
I'll clear my
job.
calendar, I guess.
So
I'll clear my
difficult.
calendar. Yeah. So it's interesting. Had that been in high school, I took a home ec in high school.
Oh,
And
I
no,
know
not even
that.
in high school, in middle school. But it was a little bit of 3 or 4 different, maybe about 3 disciplines in one, and that was as close as I got. That and woodshop was the closest I got to anything that was CTE related. But man, I wish we would have had that growing up. So I got some food trivia for you here.
Oh, this is going to be great.
You guys ready?
I love food, so.
Okay. I am going to give you 5 questions. What you're going to do is you are going to kind of answer on your own in your head, and then I'll have you guys give your response to see if you guys got it correct, and if you did, if you both were correct or incorrect.
Okay.
Are you guys ready? Okay. Which cheese is commonly used in traditional Mexican dishes like quesadillas and enchiladas? A, B, C, or D. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
A, cheddar. B, Gouda. C, Monterey Jack. D, Swiss. So just kind of keep it to yourself. And go.
Monterey Jack.
Yeah, it's the white one. It's Monterey Jack.
I mean, Gouda's white too. But
Yeah, but I know it doesn't have a
Monterey.
Gouda taste.
1 for 1, ladies. 1 for 1. Love it. Okay. All right. Sounds
know
good.
my-
I was nervous about this. I'm good now.
I know my Mexican food.
Okay. What is the main ingredient in the popular Middle Eastern dish, falafel? A, chickpeas. B, beef. C, lamb. D, tofu. One more time. What is the main ingredient in the popular Middle Eastern dish, falafel? Is it A, chickpeas, B, beef, C, lamb, D, tofu? Anyone listening out there or maybe watching this video clip on social media? Let's see if you guys can beat the dynamic duo over here. And do we have an answer?
Lamb.
Lamb?
Lamb.
Lamb? Okay.
Guys from Norway helped out.
It's chickpeas, isn't it?
It is
It's
chickpeas.
chickpeas. I was
Yes.
going back and forth in my
Yeah.
head.
So if
Is
you're
it-
unfamiliar
yeah,
with
it's
falafel,
chickpeas.
it's one of my wife's and I, just one of our favorite
Yeah.
dishes. It's chickpeas that are in the food processor
Yeah.
with...
It's like hummus, almost.
no, it's eaten with hummus, but it's actually ground up chickpeas, and then what you do is you add some herbs. We like to add cilantro, a little bit of mint, and then some flat leaf parsley, some garlic.
So when are we getting this?
I know, that's what
right?
I'm thinking. If I had a personal experience with this, I would know the answer.
Yeah, it would be relevant as we
It
spoke
would
earlier.
be.
And then you take it and you form it into balls,
Okay.
and then you fry them, and it's vegan actually, believe it or not, and it's
Yeah.
very flavorful. Usually eaten with a hummus. I like mine with a little spicy hummus.
But you can
my mouth
make
literally-
falafels with lamb too.
You could put lamb in your chickpeas.
I don't want to put it in a food processor though.
No, but falafel. Okay,
Yeah,
that's not what I'm thinking
pass.
about, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So we're 1 for 2, ladies. Not bad, not bad. I'm not a math teacher, but that's almost 50%. That's almost half. Okay, all right. Next one. Which spice gives curry its yellow color?
Oh, I know this one.
Okay. Is it A, tomato? A, I read the wrong answer choice. All right. A, cumin. B, paprika. C, saffron. D, turmeric. Which spice gives curry its yellow color? A, cumin. B, paprika. C, saffron. D, turmeric.
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 Okay.
I really
Turmeric
like
is
tomato,
correct.
you know.
Yeah, it's for sure tomato.
It was for sure tomato.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Whenever I make like a grilled chicken and yellow rice with turmeric, anything I touch turns yellow, turns to gold. And
Right.
then I can brush my teeth 5 times after, but man, it takes a long time
The
to get that
golden
yellow.
dish.
Yeah, the golden dish. Yeah. All right. So 2 for 3. Not bad, not bad. Here we go. Next one. What is the primary Oh, we got food coming up. Yeah, I'll take one. I'm not going to say no to that. You came over as we're doing food trivia. We're actually doing food trivia as we speak. Believe it or not. Talking about CTE. So, oh, look at that. Thank you so much. We got tomato. We got some mozzarella. Oh, my mouth literally just watered. All right, question number 4. I can't believe you guys didn't get one. Well, I guess maybe donuts, and
Yeah.
that probably wouldn't go well. I haven't had donuts yet. All right, so what is the primary flavor of the Italian dish risotto?
Okay.
A, tomato. B, garlic. C, Parmesan. D, saffron. So what is the primary flavor in the Italian dish risotto? Tomato, garlic, Parmesan, saffron.
All of the above?
I know, like all of them are so prevalent in it, but I'm gonna go with saffron.
Saffron?
It's either Parmesan or saffron.
Well, I was thinking the garlic, because that's like really,
Garlic is really heavy, right?
it's heavy.
But you can't have, like, it wouldn't be the primary thing in it, I don't think. 'Cause
It's
a
not
little
garlic.
bit goes a
I'm
long
going to
way.
eliminate. I'll
Okay, let's
eliminate
take out
it.
garlic.
It's
A
not
little bit
garlic.
goes a long way with that.
Is it anything that you have eaten recently?
No.
So I'm going to go with the same answer she has.
Which is?
Well, no, well, I'm going to go Parmesan.
Okay, you go Parmesan, I'll go saffron.
Yeah. So, like, because we eliminated 2, because you ate the tomato.
Like, I know risotto has a lot of Parmesan in it too, but I'm thinking it's like, what?
Go with your gut.
Okay, Parmesan.
Parmesan it is.
Hey,
Yes. All
there
right.
we go.
I was going to just say it out loud. Just say it. But
Yeah.
yeah, you got it. You got it. Awesome. All right.
No help there.
3 for 4. Let's see if we can go 4 for 5. Last question. I'm going to skip that one. In which country did the sandwich originate? Italy, England, France, Greece.
Greece.
Sandwich.
Sorry,
Greece?
I think Greece.
Heather, you don't
I have no
sound like
idea.
you agree with her on that.
I don't know.
Or you just don't know. Okay.
Was it not just in the country kitchen in backwoods Louisiana? I mean, that's where I was thinking.
No, it wasn't, believe it or not. It was
She sounded very
named-
confident. So I'll have to dial a friend because I really wasn't sure on that one.
Okay. Italy, England, France, or Greece?
I'm gonna go with Greece.
Okay,
It's either
Greece.
France or Greece, but I'm gonna go with Greece.
Okay.
It's older.
Are you sticking with her response?
You're making me question it. I'm going to go with France because it was her other response.
Okay. All right. Correct answer is England.
Are you serious?
The Earl of Sandwich in England. Yes.
No way. Because
Yes.
they were having gyros,
Cookies.
gyros in Greece long before England was even a thing. Like, depends on what you call a sandwich. I declare that that was
Debatable.
Yeah, that answer.
Okay, tell you what. How about we eliminate that? I can't get over it. A knight
knight? I
literally
know.
just walked by. Tell you what. We'll eliminate that one, and I'll give you this one. What is the key ingredient in a traditional Caesar salad dressing?
Oh, I know this one.
Mayonnaise, mustard, anchovies, ketchup.
Anchovies.
Anchovies.
Anchovies it is. 4 for 5, ladies.
Did
Not
you
bad
know-
at all.
Did you know that the Caesar salad actually originated in Mexico?
Tijuana, Mexico.
Mexico.
Yes. I actually do a presentation on that, believe it or not.
Nice.
Yes. A lot of people don't know that. They usually say Italy or Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I think we
definitely
need to get
Mexico.
him to come visit our school.
I totally agree with that. You should bring things to eat.
I should make
Also.
things in
Yes.
the culinary kitchen
should-
at the CTE.
You should do that.
Absolutely.
Establishment.
And then bring them over to the junior high.
Sell them to
Yes.
the junior.
Or just
just
bring them.
To the
Yes.
junior high staff.
I
Even
agree.
more
I like-
specific.
I like that.
agree.
That's good.
Yes.
This
Well,
is good.
You guys did really well on that. Thank you. How can people connect with you guys on social media?
Okay, I'm at HeatherTechEdu, and my website is HeatherTechEdu.com.
Okay. So, Twitter, anything?
Oh, okay. At HeatherTechEdu is Twitter, yes. Or
Okay.
X, whatever we're going to go with. Instagram, same thing. HeatherTechEdu, it's kind of my... I don't have to...
Across the board?
Yeah, because I only have to remember one thing. You only have to remember one thing. So,
It's nice.
yes, it was
It's
great. So, and on my website, like I said before, you can get a link to try Mundo, play with Mundo, use Mundo in your classroom.
Awesome. All right.
And you can even take, like, hey, I have these ingredients in my classroom. What can we make today?
There we go. Now we're
and
talking.
Mundo can assist with that.
I like that. I like that. Okay. All right. Stacie, how can people get connected with you?
Through her.
Through her.
I don't social media.
You don't.
I don't.
You don't social media.
I don't.
Okay. You
I
are
family
literally the
and I teach
first
and
guest I've had who doesn't
I do
social
not
media.
Social media.
I keep her
like-
up to date.
I respect it. But
Yeah.
There's times where I wish I didn't. I respect it. I respect it. Well, thank you, both of you, for everything that you contribute to our educational space. Thank you for everything that you're doing here at the conference with your presentations, for being a part of the show, and for just being awesome.
Thank
So
you.
thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having
Yeah,
us.
thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Alrighty.